Hello and welcome to this channel. I hope you enjoy the story. I'm going to try and upload each day. The Cryptic Carnival Tickets. Chapter 1: The Mysterious Tickets. It was a chilly autumn evening when Sarah, Mark, Emily, and Alex gathered at their favorite local haunt, a cozy coffee shop on the edge of town. The fading light cast eerie shadows on their faces as they huddled around a corner table, their breath visible in the crisp air. Sarah, adventuress, one of the group, had brought an envelope, aged and worn, sealed with an intricate wax seal that seemed out of place in the modern world. She slid it across the table, her eyes gleaming with excitement. "Guys, you won't believe what I found in my grandma's attic," she said, her voice quivering with a mix of anticipation and trepidation. "These are tickets to something called the Cryptic Carnival. She always said they were cursed or something," Mark, the skeptic, chuckled. "Come on, Sarah, cursed carnival tickets. Your grandma must have had quite the imagination." Emily, the inquisitive one, leaned in, inspecting the tickets. They were unlike any they had ever seen, adorned with intricate patterns and adorned with symbols that seemed to shift and change when looked at too closely. "They look strange," Emily admitted, her fingers tracing the bizarre patterns. "But that doesn't mean they're cursed." Alex, the thrill-seeker, couldn't contain his excitement. "I say we go check it out. What's the worst that can happen?" After some debate, they decided to accept Sarah's dare and attend the Cryptic Carnival. They agreed to meet the following night at the coordinates indicated on the tickets, a desolate field on the outskirts of town. Chapter 2: The Enigmatic Entrance. The moon hung low in the sky, casting an eerie pallor over the field as the friends arrived at the specified location. A shiver ran down their spines as they watched a fog roll in, obscuring the field and enveloping them in a ghostly embrace. The ground trembled beneath their feet, and they exchanged nervous glances. It was then that they saw it. The Cryptic Carnival had materialized before their eyes, a twisted menagerie of tents and rides that seemed to defy the laws of reality. The entrance was a gaping maw adorned with grotesque carvings, and a cold wind whispered promises of horrors yet to come. They approached the entrance, tickets in hand, and an eerie figure emerged from the shadows. "I see you've come," the figure hissed, its voice echoing through the night. "But remember, the price of admission is more than you bargained for." They exchanged uneasy glances but handed over their tickets. The figure examined them closely, then gestured toward the entrance with a skeletal hand. "Enter if you dare." Chapter 3: The Distorted Delights. As they entered the Cryptic Carnival, the world around them shifted and twisted. The very ground seemed to undulate beneath their feet, and the air grew thick with a sinister energy. The rides were grotesque monstrosities, roller coasters that looped into impossible shapes and carousels with horses that leered like demons. They wandered through a nightmarish maze of twisted fun houses, each one more disturbing than the last. In one, they were pursued by grotesque, laughing clowns with razor-sharp teeth. In another, they found themselves lost in a labyrinth of mirrors that reflected their deepest fears. Time lost all meaning as they navigated the horrors of the Cryptic Carnival. Their laughter turned to screams, and their screams echoed into the abyss. The carnival seemed to feed on their fear and despair, growing stronger with every moment. Chapter 4: Bargains with the Unknown. As the night wore on, they stumbled upon a tent unlike the others. It was smaller, more modest, but the aura of malevolence surrounding it was palpable. Inside, they found an enigmatic fortune-teller, her eyes hidden beneath a thick veil. She beckoned them closer and offered to reveal their fates. One by one, they each sat in front of her, their palms upturned. The fortune-teller whispered cryptic words, her voice a haunting melody. Sarah was told that her adventurous spirit would lead her to a tragic end. Mark's skepticism would ultimately betray him. Emily's curiosity would bring her face to face with unspeakable horrors. Alex, the thrill-seeker, would find the thrill of his life but lose everything in the process. The friends left the tent in a daze, the weight of their ominous fortune sinking in. The carnival's grip on them tightened, and they realized they were trapped in a nightmare of their own making. Chapter 5: Descent into Madness. As the night wore on, the Cryptic Carnival's horrors grew more intense. They were pursued by grotesque creatures, chased through shifting landscapes, and tormented by their darkest fears. The carnival seemed to feed on their despair, growing stronger with every scream and cry. Desperation set in as they realized there was no way out. They tried to retrace their steps, but the carnival twisted and turned, leading them further into its nightmarish depths. It was as if the very fabric of reality had unraveled, and they were trapped in a never-ending nightmare. Chapter 6: The Price Paid. In the darkest hours of the night, the friends found themselves in the heart of the Cryptic Carnival. The moon hung low, casting an eerie glow on the nightmarish scene. They were exhausted, broken, and on the verge of madness. It was then that they realized the true price of admission. The fortune-teller's words had come true. Sarah had met a tragic end. Mark's skepticism had betrayed him. Emily had faced unspeakable horrors, and Alex had found the thrill of his life but lost everything in the process. They had paid the price with their sanity, their innocence, and their very souls. The Cryptic Carnival had taken everything from them, leaving them as empty husks of their former selves. As the first light of dawn broke, the Cryptic Carnival began to fade, retreating into the shadows from whence it came. The friends were left standing in a desolate field, their memories of the nightmarish ordeal fading like a distant dream. They had survived the Cryptic Carnival, but they would never be the same again. The price of admission had been steep, and the scars would haunt them for the rest of their lives, a constant reminder of the horrors they had witnessed in the enigmatic underground carnival that appeared only to those who desperately sought thrills. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this story. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.